I seek refuge in God from Satan in the name of Allah who is gracious and merciful. Quran topics by Tanvir Kazmi, chapter number 8, Disbelievers, English audio number 25. Surah Al Baruj number 85, verses from 17. Did you know the history of the troops, Pharaoh and Thamud? Those who disbelievers are plunked, are plagued with denial. God is fully aware of them. Indeed, it is a glorious Quran in a preserved master tablet. Surah Al Tariq, number 86, verse 11. By the sky that returns, by the earth that cracks, this is a serious narration, not to be taken lightly. They plot and scheme, but so do I. Just respite the disbelievers, just respite the disbelievers a short respite. Surah Al Qadr, number 87, verses from 9. Therefore you shall remind, perhaps the reminder will benefit. The reverent will take heed, the wicked will avoid it. Consequently, he will suffer the great hellfire, wherein they never dies, wherever, wherein they never die nor stay alive. Surah Al-Ghashiyah, number 88, verses from 1. Are you aware of the overwhelming faces on that day will be shamed, laboring and exhausted, suffering in a blazing hellfire, drinking from a flaming spring. They will have no food except the useless variety. It never nourishes nor satisfies hunger. Surah Al Fajr number 89, verses from 1. By the dawn and the 10 nights, by the even and the odd, by the night as it passes, a profound oath. For one who possesses intelligence, have you noted what your Lord did to Ad, Aram, the town with tall buildings? There were nothing like it anywhere. Also Samud, who carved the rocks in the valley, and Pharaoh, who possessed might. They all transgressed in the land. They spread evil throughout. Consequently, your Lord poured upon them a whipping punishment. Your Lord is ever watchful. Surah Al Fajr, number 89, verses from 21. Indeed, when the earth is crushed, utterly crushed, and your Lord comes together with the angels, your Lord will comes together with the angels in row after row. On that day, Gehenna will be brought forth. On that day, the human being will remember. But what a remembrance! It will be too late. They will say, "Oh, we wish we prepared for we wish we prepared for our life." On that day, no punishment could be worse than their punishment, and no confinement is as effective as his confinement. Surah Al-Balad number 90, verses from 12. Which one is a difficult path? The freeing of slaves, feeding during the time of hardship, orphans who are related, or the poor who is in need, and being one of those who believe, and exhorted one another to be steadfast, and exhorting one another to be kind. These have deserved happiness. As for those who disbelieved in our revelations, they have incurred misery. They will be confined in the hellfire. Surah Al Shams number 91, verses from 11. Thamud disbelieved caused them to transgress. They followed the worst among them. God's messengers said to them, "This is Allah's camel, let her drink." They disbelieved him and slaughtered her. Their Lord then requited them for their sin and destroyed them. Yet those who came after them remained heedless. Surah Al number 92, verses from 8. But he who is stingy, though they are rich and disbelievers in the book, will drag them towards misery. Their money cannot help them when he falls. We provide the guidance, We control the hereafter as well as this life. I have warned you about the blazing hellfire. None burns there except the wicked, who disbelieves and turn away. Surah Al Qiyamah number 101, verses from 1. The shocker. What is shocker? Do you have any idea what the shocker is? That is the day when the people come out like swarms and butterflies. The mountains will be like fluffy wool. As for him whose weights are heavy, we will lead them a happy eternal life. As for them whose weights are light, their destiny is loyally. Do you know what it is? The blazing hellfire. Surah Al Humazah number 104, verses for 1. Woe to every backbiter, slanderer. He hoards money and counts it, as if his money will make him immortal. Never. They will be thrown into the disaster. They will be thrown into devastator. Do you know what the devastator is? Allah the God's blazing has fire. Allah's God's blazing hellfire. It burns them inside out. They will be confined therein in extended columns. Surah Al Fil number 105, verses for 1. Have you noted what your Lord did to the people of the elephant? Did he not cause their schemes to backfire? He sent upon them swarms of birds that showered them with hard stones. He made them like chewed up He made them like chewed up hay. Surah Al-Maun number 107, verses from 1. Do you know who really rejects the faith? That is the one who mistreats the orphan and does not advocate the feeding of the poor. And woe to those who observe the prayers, who are totally heedless of their prayers. They only show off and they forbid charity. Surah Al-Masad number 111, verses from 1. Condemned are the works of Abi Lahab, and he is condemned. His money and whatever he has accomplished will never help him. He has incurred the blazing hell. Also his wife, who led the persecution, she will be resurrected with a rope of thorns around her neck. Sadaqallahu al-Azim.